Welcome to Turn2Outs.com. I'm Coach Paul, and today we're going to launch a series for you. It's all about arm health. At this time of the year, we have a lot of parents and athletes that ask us, how do I get my arm, my shoulder ready for the season? And so basically this video is going to go ahead and knock out the right way to warm your shoulders up and a lot of great exercises to get your shoulder and your arm ready for the season.
Little bit of humble, little bit of cautious, somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's what a game no.
Coach Paul here with Coach Thomas from CrossFit Collinsville. Coach Thomas is going to help us today with our dynamic, all right, kind of talk about it a little bit, have a dialogue, and also talk about some shoulder mobility work that we can do before we start our shoulder exercises.
So dynamic warm-up, if you're unaware what that is simply actively warming up the body. So increasing body temperature and blood flow to the muscles so that way they're prepared to do any type of movement or activity. So that goes for getting prepared for practice or games, your arm care, going outside and running around or doing anything active. You got to make sure that you're warmed up. Otherwise, you have a potential risk of injuring yourself or not being able to perform as well as you could.
Tell me nothing, we give it to the people.
So it's very important that when you do this, you spend 3 to 5 minutes to get the heart rate up, do some jogging, do some sprints, things like that.
Just because you're young and flexible does not mean you get to skip out on this, all right? This is really important for you.
Tonight is the night, we'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can hold us, like the ceiling can hold us. Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night, we'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can hold us, like the ceiling can hold us. Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night, we'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can hold us, like the ceiling can hold us.
After your dynamic, what you're going to do is you're going to do a couple of different movements and stuff that's really going to help isolate the shoulder. Also, this arm care series is going to be more for that little league age range right now.
Give a little speed to it, break like shotgun shot with raw. Tell me I'm up for God.
So what I like to start my guys off with in here, every single time they come in, is what's called T's, Y's, I's, and W's, and you'll notice why. So Coach Thomas is going to demonstrate you can do this with body weight. You don't have to have any weight, and if you want to, you can add some light dumbbells or even some baseballs at a certain point, all right? So he's going to make a T. It's going to be the first body weight. Just bring the arms up, put them down. What I really want my kids to focus on is making sure they're not letting their body get into the movement, making sure they're isolating their shoulders as much as they can. So stand nice and tall, make sure you're not bouncing while you're doing this. The next one's Y. I. W. And inverted Y. And you can go ahead and do about 3 rounds of that, doing about 8 to 10 each one. That'll be a really great way and a great starting point for a lot of the young guys to start understanding that different movement and isolating their shoulders. Another thing we like to use a lot in here too is resistant band training. And so with the bands for young guys, what we want to do is only do an internal external rotation from the side and also elevated, and then a tricep extension drill. So coach, go ahead, internal external. The important thing here is that you have a 90-degree angle and that you're not letting the shoulders rotate as you're doing this. All right, you want to make sure you're nice and tall, good posture. For my young guys, I like to use what's called elevated internal external rotation. So I'm going to go ahead, get a good platform for myself, internally rotate. You're going to go ahead, do about 8 to 10. After that, you'll go ahead and do external. Of course, now I'm switching to a lefty. So what you would do is always keep the band in the pitching hand of your athlete. External is the same thing, except you're going to start down on your foundation and pull up from here. 8 to 10 of those as well. Next, you're going to go ahead and have a tricep extension. We're going to go ahead, take the non-throwing hand, put it underneath your elbow. You're going to go ahead and lock out. Keep a good 90-degree angle as you bring the band back. 8 to 10 of those. Lastly, shoulder rotation. You're basically gonna go ahead, sit your butt down a little bit, arm out in front, and do some arm circles. 10 to the left, 10 to the right. The next one that I like to use in here a lot too is band pull aparts. What you wanna do is get a light band, about 1.5 feet, all right? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead, get shoulder height level with the hands, lock out the arms, and you're gonna pull the band across your chest. Really important to note right here, parents, if you're helping them out, is make sure that when the athlete is pulling the band, all right, they're not letting their chest or the rib cage open up. You wanna be standing nice and tall, having a good neutral spine alignment on that, okay? Again, 3 sets of 8 to 10 of these. Quick last note on this as well, if your athlete is struggling and keeping his arms locked out during the whole time of this drill, you need to get a lighter band for them to use. This is going to be a really, really great way for your athlete's arm to start getting strong and getting ready for the game and getting ready for the season. Thank you for sticking around. We're going to go ahead and have a video out here soon for you guys for junior high athletes.